Hey, welcome to Vita Beta Travel, and thanks for tuning in today. I got several tips that I would like to just share with you on my recent trip to Costa Rica. Some of those tips may be able to help you out as you may be preparing to go to Costa Rica yourself. So I wanted to share some of those tips, and I think that if you utilize some of these things, they may help you in a variety of ways, not just monetarily, but just to help you enjoy your trip while you go there. And so my first tip that I'd like to share with you is concerning transportation. And so as you prepare to go to Costa Rica, you're going to get off your plane. And if you don't have anyone coming to pick you up, you're going to most likely use public transportation. You're going to use a taxi. You're going to use an Uber. My suggestion would be utilize the public transportation. It's when I exited the airport, you're going to get bombarded by individuals, taxis, people asking you, hey, do you need a ride, this and that. I just bypassed all of them. I just walked right. I just told them no thank you. And I just walked right on by them, walked up onto the main street right in front of the airport. There is a bus stop where buses come about every 15, 20 minutes. You won't have to wait long at all. It's very safe. And so as I got onto the bus, I think I paid about 370 colonos to get on the bus. And so that equates to probably about $2, $1.80. I don't know the exact amount at this particular point, but it wasn't that much at all. It's a couple of dollars. And so, and then it'll take you straight downtown San Jose. It's clean, it's comfortable, and it's very efficient. So I rode on into San Jose, got off right downtown San Jose. Very, very convenient for me. So I ended up talking to some individuals that were on the plane with me. We ended up meeting up downtown San Jose at a later time, and they had utilized an Uber. And so I think one used an Uber and one of them used a taxi. And so they'd end up paying like $35, $40, $44 to get from the airport to downtown San Jose. And that was a big difference. I mean, you know, if you're traveling and you want to conserve and save money. And so I would encourage you to utilize public transportation. It is very efficient. They have a very good busing system. So once you learn it a little bit, ask a few questions, you can get anywhere you need to go. So that would be my first tip for you if you're considering going to Costa Rica, is to utilize their public transportation system. Next is remember that they do have an exit fee. An exit fee. So when you get ready to leave the country, they're going to require you to pay I think it's about $29 exit fee. And if that was not included in your initial purchase of your ticket, then when you get ready to leave, you're going to have to pay that fee. And so just keep that in mind, that you're going to have to pay what is called an exit fee. The next thing is Costa Rica main language is going to be Spanish. And so I would encourage you, if you do not know Spanish, to learn some basic terms in Spanish. You're going to run into a lot of people in Costa Rica that do speak English. But predominantly they're going to be speaking Spanish to you. And don't expect for them to know English. You're not at home. Okay. So somewhat the shoe is on the other foot, if you know what I'm saying. So the shoe is on the other foot. Try to know some basic Spanish. It will help you tremendously. Just in basic conversations when you're in restaurants, asking where the bathroom is and different things like that. It will help you tremendously. So if you haven't practiced any Spanish since high school or college, brush up on it a little bit. It will help you tremendously. My next thing is negotiate when you're making purchases. If the price is not listed on that particular item, whatever you may be purchasing, or even if it is, ask for a discount because they have Costa Rica prices and they got gringo prices. Okay, I'm just keeping it real with you. So when you get ready to purchase something, if you're not from Costa Rica, you are a gringo. Okay, and they're gonna charge you accordingly, and they're gonna say, "Hey, no, this costs this much." And so don't be afraid to say, "Hey, can I get that a little bit cheaper?" Be willing to negotiate, be flexible in that area. It can save you a lot of money. And when you're traveling, you're trying to save a nickel or dime here, a quarter here, a dollar here. To make savings never hurts. Okay. So I know that sometimes when people travel, a lot of people, y'all bougie, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to have it y'all way. And you want to be in the 5-star hotel and all inclusive. You want everything, just the way you want it. But I still would encourage you to consider utilizing Airbnb. Okay, so Airbnb was a very, very good alternative for me. I've utilized it. I had a very, very good room. I paid a total of $10 a night. And I know you might say, well, what could you get for $10? Well, I got a very good room. It was clean. It was nice. It was just what I needed. It was in a good neighborhood. It was safe. Everything was conveniently located. The bus was basically right on the corner. I catch the bus. They had a local store. They had restaurants nearby. And so I felt extremely comfortable. My Airbnb host was great. He was very knowledgeable about the area, gave me some real good tips. And so I would encourage you to consider that. Now, I did meet some individuals that did use Airbnb for downtown. And so they paid a lot more than I did because they were right downtown. I think they were paying about $38, $35 a night. And just for the record, they didn't really like it because they had stated that by being downtown, when they woke up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, it was busy, horns honking, lots of noise down there. And whereas I stayed a little farther out, it was about a 15-20-minute bus ride. And but I slept like a baby at night. And it was extremely comfortable, and I enjoyed it. I didn't have a private bathroom, but it was only utilized by me and the individual that was next door. It was a Jack and Jill type thing. So when I needed to use it, I just went in it, locked the other door, used it, and then when I left, unlocked the door for their side and went back into my side, and I locked the door from on my side. And the gentleman that was on the other side, he was a real nice guy, and so there was no problems there. And so I would encourage you to consider that, to look around on Airbnb. It can help you tremendously save on cost. And so just remember, if you're going to stay downtown San Jose, there's going to be a lot of noise, I mean, it is a city. It's a major city. It's the capital of Costa Rica. So anticipate that when you're getting ready to book your flights. The next thing I'd like to mention is you need to watch for traffic. Okay, you better watch for traffic when you're in Costa Rica, because they do not stop. They will not stop for you. They will run you over. Okay, and one of the highest fatalities that they have is car fatalities. People getting hit by cars. And so when you're down there walking around or whatever, don't be having your head down, tapping on your phone, not paying attention, because them folks will run you over. You got people moving in and out of traffic, horns honking, people moving, and those taxis going in and out. This will save your life. Pay attention while you're down there in Costa Rica, because those cars will not stop. My next point is, and this applies for everything. This is a universal. It may not necessarily just be for Costa Rica, but just be street smart. And be paying attention, and don't let people just take you off somewhere. Don't be walking down no dark alleys at night and just doing foolish stuff, because you got crime everywhere. And so you need to be paying attention to what you're doing. Make sure that your backpacks are zipped up, your purses are zipped up, because they got pickpockets and different things like that. So you need to be paying attention to where you're going. If you do drink, I don't drink, I don't do the bar scene thing. But if you do, and you're going out to these different clubs and partying and things like that, don't get over intoxicated. Don't be out there just drinking and leaving your drink unattended. People drop something in your drink and things like that. You got to be extremely careful, just like you would as if you were in the United States or anywhere else. So pay attention where you're going, who you're with, who's around you. Surround yourself around some good people. And that way you can watch each other's back and different things like that. So just pay attention to what you're doing when you're down there in Costa Rica. So those are my tips for you if you're getting ready to consider going to Costa Rica. And some of these tips are universal. You can be utilized anywhere, but they are really beneficial if you're going to be going to Costa Rica in the near future. Next of all, hey, let's get our numbers up. Let's get our subscribers up. I need you guys to sort of, share these videos with other individuals, pass them along, hit the notifications, and subscribe when you watch these videos. And I'm going to do my best to give you some good content as we move forward with Vita Beta Travel. And so I'm going to take you to some exciting places. And so I look forward to seeing that subscribe button. I want to see those subscribers go up. I'm looking forward to that. And in the meantime, I'll continue to try to give you the best possible content that I can. I'm always open for suggestions and comments. Leave them down below. And also, if there's something that you just may have returned from Costa Rica, and if something you want to add, leave it in the comment section. Maybe it can help someone else out before they get ready to go to Costa Rica, because basically that's what we're here to do. We're here to help each other out on the travel scene as we travel to different locations. Also put suggestions in the places that you feel that our listeners may want to consider visiting, that you may have just returned from. So that type of information is very helpful. Last tip, when you get ready to do your exchange for your cash, try to utilize a bank. Don't go to those exchanges. They're going to rip you off, and they're going to overcharge you. So go to a bank and do your exchange at a bank. You'll get a better rate. Also remember, when you get ready to go to that bank to do your exchange, you're going to need your passport. So take your passport with you, because they're going to ask you for it. I made the mistake of left mine in my room, and then I had to go back and get it. And fortunately, when I got back, I didn't have to stand in line again. The security guard came and got me. And he took me right to the front of the line because they knew I was there before. But had I had to wait in line again, it would have been another 30 minutes, 20 minutes, because the bank was pretty packed. And with that being said, people ask me, is Costa Rica safe? In San Jose, it's safe. Okay, when you go different places, you'll see a presence of the policia. They're there, they're out, they're very observant. You can feel comfortable. As you walk around different locations and different things like that, so you don't have to feel like, oh man, this is unsafe. No, it was really safe, and I encourage you that if you are considering going, don't let that be a deterrent. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Thank you very much for tuning in to Vita Beta Travel, and leave your comments down below, and like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.